Hell, some of you fear it, some of you strive to take it over, and some of you really don't give a damn. Regardless of where you fall on this spectrum, though, every soul that's sent to hell starts off in the exact same place. Fresh meat. You heard me right. Even the biggest names down here in the pit used to be fresh meat. Alistair the Radio Demon, Vox, Valentino, all of them used to be nobodies down here. And chances are, you're not gonna be any different. It's with all of this being said that it's becoming increasingly common to see new arrivals bite the dust for a final time as soon as they get here. All of your triggers and safe spaces and your me mentality has made you all soft. And that isn't gonna fly down here. You're going to wind up being doormats. You're all chew toys. You're weak. But look, rather than insulting you guys over it, I'm about to give you a crash course on how you can stand a chance at surviving down here. Why? Because that's just how I do. Seriously though, not that many demons are as generous as I am, so you better appreciate this. Step number 1. Assess your surroundings. By this, I don't mean take a look around. I mean really get a grasp of where you are. You're in hell, and chances are this is where you're going to be for a very long time. Which city are you in? Are there people nearby? God forbid, does it look like the extermination or a turf war is taking place? Assessing your surroundings and acting accordingly is the first step. Getting jumped by somebody on your first day isn't uncommon, so if you can avoid it altogether, then you're off to a good start. Step number 2. Figure out who you are. There's something very important that you need to keep in mind. You're dead. Whatever's going on in the land of the living no longer applies to you. It's none of your concern anymore. Whatever life you had before is gone, and unless you're on, say, Jeffrey Dahmer's level of infamy, who you used to be is of little importance. I mean, unless you were like a sex offender or a child predator, then nobody wants anything to do with you still. You're on your own. Think of it as a chance to start something new. You can give yourself a new name, choose a new profession, and be whatever it is you've been striving to be in life. Alistair the Radio Demon became a widely known and incredibly infamous overlord, and a radio host. Vox essentially did the same thing, only his thing is game shows and talk shows. And there's no time limit to it all either. It's not like you have to achieve anything by a certain age down here like you had to when you were alive. That kind of backwards thinking doesn't apply to us. Step number 3. Find whoever is in charge. Once you've sorted out who you are and what you do, you're going to want to find the person that's in charge of the area that you're in. This is very important, people. Find them before they find you. Chances are the demon who controls the territory you're in is an overlord. Even if they're not those who own territory down here, don't take kindly to trespassers. If a demon finds someone that they've never seen before on their turf, they're quick to assume that the individual is a trespasser and will immediately attack you. That's sort of how I met Vox, actually. Funny story, I was drunk and not in a good headspace at the time, and Vox literally pulled up on me trying to kamikaze myself off of a billboard. Not the best of first impressions. If I would have known then what I know now, things would have probably started off a lot better for me. So yeah, find whoever is in charge, introduce yourself, and see if they can work something out for you. Step number 4. Claim a piece of territory. This is why getting on the good side of an overlord is so important. Obviously, you're gonna want a place to live, somewhere you can call home. If you're on good terms with an overlord, they might be willing to help you claim a nice plot of land with a house. If not, then you're gonna have to find a way to do this yourself. Being homeless in hell can be quite dangerous, especially to the newly manifested. If you can't manage to nab a house and some property, there's always hotels and apartments. Those are always an option. The only drawback is that they're usually controlled by the overlords, and you have to deal with apartment living. At least, I have a piece of territory nobody really cares about. Nobody wants to live in the sticks. Step number 5. Know your boundaries. By this, I mean know that there are people in hell that can easily kick your ass. Alistair, Vox, Velvet, Valentino, Rosie. Hell, I'll even throw the normies like Angel Dust, Cherry Bomb, Vagatha, Mimsy, Serpentious, Husker. All of them have the ability to open a can of whoop-ass if they feel like they need to. Hell, Alistair and Vox will do it for fun. I can't tell you how many sinners come down here thinking they can take these guys on. Stop doing that. Find a safe place to stop and work on honing your skills before you go looking to start a serious turf war. Don't be stupid. And finally, and this is going to sound super cliche, but step number 6 is make some friends. Sure, you can be a lone wolf down here and just not deal with anyone if you want to. But honestly, having some extra sinners in your corner can be super beneficial and make the afterlife a little bit more entertaining. The Radio Demon has Husker and Nifty. Vox is a member of the Triple V gang. Angel Dust and Cherry Bomb are besties, and even the Princess of Hell herself is with Vaggie. Having friends down here shouldn't be seen as a nuisance or a liability. Those you associate with and form friendships with are typically there for you until the end. And by the end, I mean until you endure your second death, or until the earth falls into the sun, whichever comes first. Even Vox and I have something akin to a friendship, so yeah. Well, what the hell, Vox? If you wanted to be in the video, you could have just asked.